For Antara especially is super clean, and there's multiple squishies, so a seismic shove onto basically all 5 members of the ROX Tigers probably represents instant death.
And pretty much the hook on anybody other than maybe the Renekton after some items come through also represents just the same. So high pressure situations for both of these squads, and a lot of confidence from Key to go ahead and bring out that blitz.
I mean, if ROX Tigers can get a similar lead that they got in Game 1, ward up the enemy jungle, cutting through the enemy jungle with double AD and a support blitzcrank will cause SKT to have to move so defensively around turrets that you can definitely get a lot of standing gold making the fast moves. But SKT, they have Taliyah, Renekton as their solo lanes, Caitlyn in the bot lane. While it's not necessarily going to be cut and dry 3 pushing lanes, they are very much on the path to that. Our SK Telecom T1, and that may mean the ROX Tigers, barring some heroics from Mighty Bear's Elise, might be in for Painville this time.
Oh, well, it turned into Painville by the end of Game 1. Let's see if they can start things off as well and then transition that into a win as we load in for Game 2. Seems like the ROX Tigers side of the audience has been populated now, not just the one person cheering for the squad. So, already a better start, and take a look at that.
300 games in the LCK for Bang. Started his career on Najin, then moved over to SKT T1S, and then, of course, most famously on the recombined SKT at the start of 2015. One of the true superstars of this league. Hit 1,000 kills, now has 300 games.
Out the wall, Linderong going to be cut off, still no flash available, and they'll just go in, they finish him off. Kill going over to Faker, first blood SKT.
Yeah, Mighty Bear was too far behind. He was trying to stay out of vision, but 2 already walking up. Said than done, and still Faker being able to roam from the mid lane with the global.
Oh, hello.
Mighty Bear.
Blank comes over the wall looking for Mighty Bear. Weaver's Wall being rode in. Faker will arrive. And Mighty Bear should go down. Glitterland slows him up. They try to hand it over to Faker, but just have to be a bit more cautious, make sure he doesn't make it out somehow. So Blank takes the kill. 2 on the board now. And Bang, trading up here onto Songyun. That's going to be the chain of corruption coming through. Locks him up. Faker going low. Will live with a slither of HP.
Yeah, just bring in the reinforcements, take down 2 members of the ROX. Oops. Faker here to join, though.
They're one and the same
Speaking
at this
of
point.
Antara.
And they're all going to be jumped on. Blank will go down as Mickey arrives, throws the culling down, but it's straight into the face of a very angry Crocodile. And he is yet again on the hunt. Flashes over the wall. Faker following in. He's low on mana. Mighty Bear arriving. Cocoon not going to connect, and Mickey makes it over the slice and dice. Takes Antara through, but can he get the hit? One more will do it. There we go. Takes him down. Overall, the 2 for 1.
Unsure if the turnaround for auto attack twice was worth it.
It's awful. Cocoon comes through. Wolf gonna get locked down. He's just gonna burst out as he finishes them off with the hook, but Mighty Bear will fall as Faker arrives. The seismic shove takes him down. Blank leaping in, trying to finish off Songyun. Won't be able to get it, but they should be able to get that tier 2 turret. Faker rides in, looking for the kill, but might have bitten off more than he can chew. Has the Zonias. Trying to buy some time, but it's really just a waiting game. He'll die in the end as Mickey just fires one final shot off, but inner turret goes down. SKT
to hook the Renekton missed.
Chain of corruption coming through, and Tara gonna get locked down. Wild Growth comes in, trying to keep him alive, even with the dominance. But that last turret shot will take him down as Mighty Bear claims the kill. Faker is alone on the side, flanking in, just firing away with the threaded volleys, trying to finish him off. Flashes in to try to get the last hit. Now Linderong coming back into the fight off the backside with that teleport. Might be turning things around here for ROX. Their trap on a rope comes down, will pull Bang back in, but he loses Skull yet again. Seismic shove just shy of it, and Key, well, he was a mile away.
Yeah, it wasn't anywhere near on the hook, like you mentioned. The health bar's not there for ROX Tigers, so only a 1-man chase mission coming in for Linderong. Not the cleanest from SKT, but they get the objective they're setting up for. Chain of Corruption started this all. Taliyah in the backline, still not with massive damage, so while she's zoning and forcing members of ROX to back off, they take down Mickey. From there, very difficult to get much more. The flash doesn't really register anything from Faker, so a misfire there. Linderong cleans up Blank. Nothing else really comes from this fight. Again, we're waiting for the explosion of action, but this has been pretty methodical stuff from SKT. As a much faster charge time, or cast time, I should say, on the hook. See if Linderung can finally start bossing around the Renekton. The answer seems probably yes, and here's also the Lucian.
Charge will come through yet again. Bear Trap comes down, and Mickey arrives. As that play, the Rune King ready to go, and Tara trying to trade up the calling, just going to be tickling him from behind. Will be able to get him in the end. Look, like just for a second that Antara would be able to escape. If only he had the flash, could have seen the great one happen. But Mickey comes up for the kill. Good stuff here for the side of ROX Tigers as they just try to close in on this gold deficit. Just under 4,000.
As a less than a 4-man unit, so let's push through mid lane and back away.
Oh, Key. He's smelling it. Blood in the water. Finds the hook. Drags him back in. Wild Growth not going to be enough. And Blank goes down.
Yeah, even with all the traps, got trapped, but hit the hook finally. So crucial. They get a single pick. Probably won't lead to much, though, Achilles, with the minion waves pushing in, specifically in the bot lane.
All right, if ROX wins, Key gets MVP.
Well, I think Faker decided he want to go in.
Oh, rides in on the wall, and Faker will be able to go golden, but seems like he is still going to go down. Flashes to the side, but just basically to his inevitable death. Key and
everyone
Mickey
flashes.
Both coming over the wall. Trying to hunt down on the Blank. Drops a couple traps to try to delay them. Ace in the hole out as well. Mickey will eat that one to the face. Another hook comes through, and suddenly Key's on fire. That one was a bit easier.
Yeah, Key was just trying to get into Hook City. Finally got the keys to that particular area and got 3 hooks in rapid succession. Big picks for the ROX Tigers. They'll finally get to push down mid lane, but Bang is still alive. So getting that first turret, remember, still none of the turrets are claimed by Tigers. If they answer the turrets, they'll actually probably be...
90 caliber net not quite hitting. If it had, that would have been the headshot.
But it is Mighty Bear. It is the Smite who is now going to die if he tries to contest.
Well, that's the hook in onto Bang. So much damage out here from Mickey. The Wild Growth over the wall, and he actually trades one back, flashes into the pit, keeps himself alive, and now the Baron goes over to SK Telecom. Linderung comes in, and it's a double kill over to Songyun so far, dismantling the bottom lane of SKT. Faker going low, still pushing them back. Mickey comes forward, Faker jumps to the side, has the Zonias there. Can they stick around for the kill? The answer is going to be no. Mickey sees that he's ticking down from that Leandres, will back off. 2 members dead. And SK Telecom do claim the Baron.
A lot of action there. Bang being so far up. Baited the Blitzcrank to go, and he hit the hook, though. Bang just about gets out, then gets taken out in the pit. But the Baron is claimed from SKT. Remember, they struggled to pick this up for a good 10 minutes. Finally got it. Speaking of finally getting it, the Keys hooks have lighted up the rift in the tail end of this particular game. Bang falls low, flashes in. No shields left, though. He does die in the pit to Linderung as he comes in. Songyun runs out of mana. Needs to be able to weave in spells to get max damage, so it doesn't get a lot. And in all that commotion, Infernal...
Into the side. Top. Inner turret does go down as Antara gets that for himself and his squad. Linderung trying to outduel this Renekton, but it's actually losing this time around. Will lose Skarl, but Mickey is on the way. That's why he wants to commit in, and Antara in a bad spot. Identifies this, just wants to try to trade out. Finds it! Swipes his way through with the final Q and does get the kill in the 1v2.
He swipes right on getting the kill there, does he? Picks it up and gets the 1v1, even though they drew an extra member. Trying to push minion wave in mid lane and finally break the base, but Mighty Bear's here.
That's 1 remaining Baron buff. It's only on Faker now. He over the wall. No minions to body block Faker. They have to kite back. Next wave very far away, so SKT not going to gain much ground on this.
Baron's buffs off the rift, with also the respawn timer needing to be respected. SKT are still thwart.
Dang, now sieging up here, chunks out Songyun yet again. Chain of Corruption comes through, he will cleanse that one off with the QSS. Still playing with fires, he goes forward, the flash to the side, and Key, ooh, just a frame away from hitting that hook.
Antara turned onto him bot lane.
Pixels away, rather. Antara, yeah, does get jumped on, goes dangerously low. The calling comes out. Wild Growth thrown down, and he still will fall over the wall. Mickey finds the kill. Nicely done. Bang, chunking out Mighty Bear. Does get hit by the cocoon, but otherwise won't find anything in Key. Just hooking in a minion.
To fight so hard, just get 2, 3 shots from Bang onto this turret. They don't want to play the top lane, and the bot lane is fighting a losing war over time with Linda.
Weaver's Wall comes through. Separates the team a bit. See how much follow-up there's going to be. Blank leaping forward, looking for Mighty Bear, just absolutely destroys him with the help of Bang. The charge used by Linderung as well to hightail it out of there. And the rest of SKT going hunting for the members of ROX Tigers. Won't be able to find them, but do they just go ahead and start at the Baron right now? They have 40+ seconds on Mighty Bear.
Yeah, finally a minion wave starts to crash.
Top lane as well, and Songyun, oh dear lord. Does take quite a bit of damage. You hear that charge coming through as Linderon comes in from the backside. He did pop the TP. Onjara's going to be the recipient of that cocoon and the Chain of Corruption, but Blank is already deleted key. Calling being fired off here by Mickey, desperately trying to find a kill. Will not be able to do so as Faker takes out Songyun. Linderon way too far forward. Will go down in the end, and that's going to be the game going over to SK Telecom. Very delayed, very much. A tough one for these guys to close it out, but they do it methodically. They don't overstep their boundaries. They come up with the win, and that's another 2-0 for SKT.
And while we wonder how it took quite so long, it was respect from SKT that caused the game to extend, because the moment Blitzcrank fell behind, the double AD sieging team fell behind, there wasn't really win conditions for ROX Tigers to get the game back into their grasp. Now, they weren't necessarily going to give it over either. SKT did have to toil. It was long. They didn't necessarily have explosive moments, but finally, Blank is 17-0, one game short of the 18-0 regular season LCS previous year number of game wins in a row. So getting to pretty insane numbers. May make 20 before the end of this season, that's for sure. May make 19 before the end of the first round robin. But guess what? They have to play SKT against